So then we are back with more understandings from the Renewed Covenant from the Aramaic English translation of the Word. This translation is from the original documents of the Hebrews of old, from the time of the prophets of Israel, indicating us the many prophecies of the time of the end, such as in the time of restoration. And we are facing then elections this year, and it's very important understanding also the plans of the candidate. As we understand, there is a candidate that does not have any plan. In arithmetic, nobody can in fact deceive in terms of mathematics. Even though the world is understanding the plan of the GOP candidate not having any sense, doesn't have any plan. Yeah, when they are faced only with the numbers from independent sources, you must make the proper decision. Because IMF already warned, if we do not get our economy shape up until the next 4 years, then we are going to be behind China and with our economy badly busted. And Yahweh has shown the way out of it, and the question is, are we going to be obedient? Situation then when the prophets of old would come to the nation and would present the problems, would show then the proper path, were they obedient? The GOP candidate does not have any plan. He was asked many times to reveal what plan. How would he then take those huge numbers and try to make sure that his plan would fit and would control those huge expenses? He doesn't have any plan. Arithmetic can't be lied to. Read the numbers. No answer, because they know they don't have any plans. It's a fake. The GOP candidate is a fake. It doesn't have any plan. Read the scripture. It is very important to understand in the time of the end in the Chinese system. China is going to lead the world's market. They have the most powerful industry. Then again, some countries, they simply can't get over the fact of mighty and high, and then they make mistakes. They want to do their way when there is no way. They don't even have a plan. And trying to take old understandings, old ways, old broken ways, then they're going towards the future. It's not going to work. Using old ways, junkies, expecting another result, it won't work. Because China already has the entire system in place. They're only waiting for our economy to be destroyed. And we are doing ourselves. We can't beat Yahweh's plan. Simply can't be done. But then He gives the prophecy. He shows, He sends people, He shows the problem. He gives them the people answers. He shows them the answers. Yet they refuse to do what then they were told to do. For their own destruction. Because our economy won't be able to hold the market if we launch any kind of our own old junkies. The market won't hold. Because our foreign policies are very much outdated, and then the countries, they won't receive them. But then during the time of Israel, The prophet came, he indicated, they refused, they got in trouble. Every time, there is no exception, because they did not understand that they were being pointed back to the instructions. At this moment, we are during the time of restoration. The holy cities are returning. And then we must maintain this government as quiet as we can, so then we can make a proper transition, nice and quiet, and then retrieve our forces from the world, so then the Chinese can implement their system. It is already posted on the Revelation. Read the scripture. It's a time of restoration. There is a definite gap from then the world system and religion. There is no longer going together with religion and secular. The old junkies are gone. We don't have anymore the privilege of mixing those. Must vote for Obama. Make sure we remain quietly during this time of a transition and making tiny adjustments in the future. What were the words of the Messiah? At the end, they used his name then to mesmerize the people, false prophets, false teachers. This is our country is replete of false teachers. Read the scripture. What do they teach in Messiah outside of the Holy Tabernacles? So then the state and then the church began to be mixing. It is separated because then the holy cities are returning to give the true directives. Are they going to be obedient and vote for Obama? Because Israel had the choice. The prophet came, the prophet came, the prophet came for many years. This is what should be done, this is what should be done. Are they going to be obedient? Because our market is going to crash. If we make the wrong decision, our market is going to crash. We can't overdo what IMF is stating. And then nobody is going to be threatening with a bomb when it's not the time. If we think we can threaten the Chinese only because they have the plan, absolutely not. They should go forward, step up, and then move on and do patrols. That's how it started, doing patrols around the world. The IMF already predicted our economy will crash if we do not work diligently and then reduce our costs. The only way we can reduce our costs is by removing our military influence around the world and let the Chinese take on the patrols. Then we do privatization of most of the agencies without jeopardizing its services. Then we save even more, then implement job creation, extraction of all natural resources. That's the plan, to make the government lean and then investing in jobs, so then we can promote ourselves at the end of the second term. You ask the GOP candidate, what is the plan? He doesn't know. He doesn't have any plan. So then people want to go back to the old junkies, and at the end of the 40 years the economy is broken. Because the world is going to start rejecting our foreign policies. What the Eurozone is going to do? The money market is breaking over there. But then the world always can go against the Holy Scripture for their own peril at the end. Then they realize they made a mistake. 40 years, and then we are going to be behind China. Not only the Chinese, they are going to set up their own system, but then our economy is going to be broken.